Okay, so I went out and I sort of missed, but I wouldn't have been able to do it on TV anyway, probably. The Putin Trump press conference from a couple hours ago. It's like 9:30 almost now. You ever seen anybody not be able to light a match? Because I holding it funny. Is that a good place for it? Maybe over here. I can see it. So I saw a couple of versions of it. I'm gonna go with, which one did I pick now? I had done my reaction to them pulling it. I meant to upload those already, but I ended up doing something else. I got into this discussion with somebody and then I had to hurry up and come back. So yeah. So this is from Fox News, looks like. So it looks like it's about 12 minutes and 33 seconds. 34 seconds or something. Okay, ready? And this is me reacting to Trump Putin joint press conference. Today's date is August 15th. What is with these cameras that are as crappy as mine? Someone tell me. Wait, the press are using phones? They're all holding up cell phones. I'm like, I should have done this without the translation. Yep, we are neighbors. BFFs. Добрый день. I knew he was going to say something about that. It's such a good feeling. A very good feeling. Yeah, we're like practically the same country. Yeah, that's where all the aliens are. Really? Never been there. Yeah, we don't know about history in this country, okay? Is that what the Bering Strait is? I don't know what the Bering Strait is. I wish I actually learned things. It would have been nice. That's right. The freaking Nazis. We defeated the Nazis together. Because Nazis are bad. Russians are good. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Yeah. Yeah. See that video of them playing in the snow and running from the polar bear? Here's what I was thinking about me and President Trump. Back in the 80s, where we come from, Ukraine was Russia. So, it's still, like when I first heard of the place called Kiev, it was in Russia. Now it's Kiev. Honey Mayim, I know that song. I know that word. Yeah, he's getting tired of standing there and not talking, Trump. You can see it. Watch everybody end up liking him. Arctic, oh, hold on. This is what they were always fighting over. This is why I thought the Hawks back in the Ukraine days were doing the shit, because they wanted to go up there and dig for oil or ancient alien tech, or the aliens are in Alaska. The point is oil. It's always oil. Agreements already. Adversarial. Oh, right. Yeah, we should be bros. we're the coolest kids, right? I know how to show you too. They know 2 words. Those are the ones you learn like right away, so that's terrible. Spasiba. It's odd he's saying call up instead of just call. What do you think? Little Marco. Steve. Oligarchs. Oh man, it's a love fest. I forgot if Putin. I think it says Aquarius. Yep. We would have been living in harmony, singing songs, buying each other cokes. Everything would have been perfect if it wasn't for their BS. We could have like massive figure skating shows. See, here's what we do. We sell Zelensky for scrap. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to Moscow. Woo! Woo! It's like watching the Beatles. Now I'm wondering what the news heads said. Should I bother with that? I don't know why this is so out of focus. Remember, I was nice and clear. It was because I was playing with the. Oh, I broke my glasses. Look at this. I have like probably 4 new pairs of glasses, and none of them. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if I can find some news speak. So I got where he was picking up on NBC News's version because they probably have commentary after. So I want to see what they said. But this is where talking. He just said the Russia part, and he's talking about making his phone calls. So he's kind of probably saying they didn't do ceasefire, right? That's probably the big one that they didn't get to. He's talking about the people in the front row there. So I thought they were going to be here for like a week and hang out together. It's my favorite. Next time in Moscow, I'd go to Moscow. Right now! Let's go! So yeah, so I want to see what the news head said. Now they're going to go hang out for reals. Okay, so let's see what this is. Tonyamas is talking. What? On this video, it's 42 minutes and 32 seconds almost. There's no deal until there was a deal. So they didn't do the ceasefire, but they talked about a lot of stuff. They're probably going to go up there and dig for oil. Yeah. Russian newspapers and maybe their tabloid types, but I would see them and they would totally have stories about aliens all the time for going back years, not like ours are just catching on or just admitting things. This guy. Peter, what's his name over here? He's all. No, that to me was not, because I'm saying the one big thing is gotta be a ceasefire, so. What about the emerald? Yeah, he didn't look happy, honestly. When Putin was speaking, President Trump did not look happy. The origins of this war. The origins are us and NATO and trying to get Ukraine to be part of NATO, which would put NATO on their doorstep. Now, that whole Crimea thing from, like I said, back in the Sochi days, that was instigated, told you by that, I don't know if it was by the plane thing. The plane got shot down by accident. Remember that time? So, because like I said, they wanted to ruin the Sochi Olympics, which would have been their great stage, and everybody was like, oh, Russia's nice. And then remember, NBC gave Bob Costas pink eye on purpose. I kid. Kiev. They made a deal probably for stuff, like stuff Russia has and stuff we have, like a deal for stuff. Like I said, partnership. Let's go and get the Arctic oil together instead of in the alien tech. A lot of the meeting was scrapped. It was shorter than we thought. I thought they were going to be hanging out for days. Didn't you? I think Putin won, whatever it was. Yeah, they didn't take questions. I saw it was 12 minutes, so I didn't think they took questions. And he had a boo-boo face on, so President Trump had a boo-boo face. Putin still looked amused. Well, he wasn't going to get victory. The point is to come to an agreement and be bros and 50-50. A victory. You know. He said Moscow. That means like way later on. This is Kristen Welker who's talking here. Kind of is a nothing burger until we find out what happened. I thought they were going to hang out. You know what probably happened? I'm willing to bet Putin told him stuff like KGB shit. You know what I'm saying? Like what do you call it? I think that because President Trump looks so ticked in a way, I'm saying like maybe he told him, like, you know how we have our own Secret Service people who are kind of against Trump. He probably told President Trump some truth he didn't want to hear. Uh-oh, Richard Engel looks like he was asleep. Because here's the thing, okay. So, Ukraine, like I said, used to be part of Russia. They did their own thing. Then there's that whole Crimea part that was supposed to be Russian people. Now, the last time they had the disruptions back in the day, not many days ago, but, you know, back when I was talking about, the idea was the Crimeans wanted to go back to being Russian. That was what Russia was saying. And then they were like, no, some people around Crimea were like, no, we don't. And then some Crimeans were like, yes, we do. So it was like that. So they were like, we're trying to liberate our Crimeans back to us. That's what had happened that time. This was about NATO and getting Ukraine off us. You know, get NATO asses off us, because they don't want NATO on their doorstep. Go slow, don't trust Putin, don't sign any big deals. Like I said, Trump looked like he heard something he didn't want to hear. And I'm not thinking it's just Putin being like, no, we got to keep fighting. Because for me, I don't see, after all this death and murder and losing all the Russian soldiers that they did, why should, over this shit that they didn't want to have happen, why should they give up? Why should Russia stop fighting until they get the entire Ukraine back? The only way Ukraine is gonna is if they keep having, we keep giving them weapons and shit. And if we keep giving them weapons and shit, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong, and it's going to be World War III anyway, you know, which is exactly what Bibi wants. I think Putin won. Whatever what happened, Putin won. See, I was looking at his face too. Yeah, it was more for serious thing. I mean, again, this is Russia, and everybody tries to act like, and even to some degree President Trump try to act like, I'm going to tell him what to do. And I've been saying that, I was saying, you keep trying to tell him what to do, you're going to get us in World War III. He's smarter than us, and they are still Russia. You may think they're not Russia, they're still Russia. They can still annihilate us if they feel like it. And we have to respect that and not treat them like, okay, we're the United States and we're going to tell everybody what to do. No, they don't need us. My legs are broken over here the way I'm sitting. I do wonder what happened though. They weren't saying shit. But my thing for me, honestly, if I was Putin, I wouldn't be satisfied until Zelensky was gone. Like, I wouldn't want to deal with any Ukraine nothing until that, whatever he is, was out of there. Because he's the problem. Him and his figureheadness and whoever is propping him up, he's the problem. Because he's obviously some kind of puppet for somebody. No, that's what I'm saying. Trump doesn't look. He doesn't even look pissed off. He looks like if he was like, hey, look, I got pictures of Melania with this dude. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Not something Trump did not want to hear. That's what it looks like. And it's not, no, we're not doing what you want. I think it was something else. That's the vibe I'm getting. Because he had a kind of face like I don't think he left the room, and I don't think once they separate, he's gonna say, F that guy, I don't like him anymore. I think some kind of, what am I saying, like if you have, I lost my train of thought. If you, he learned something, I feel like. He found out something he didn't want to know. And not that Putin wasn't going to agree to his stuff. Like, information, like he got... That's the vibe I get. That he got some kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, so... no, we are having that argument. Because this is what you're saying. Maybe he wanted... maybe Putin wanted Trump to admit that the U.S. pulled the strings to, it wasn't just, oh, you know, it wouldn't have happened if Trump was there. Also that it was actually the United States machinations that forced Russia's hand. Maybe that's what he wanted them to say or something like that. The 3-on-3s, man, I don't like that. Because, you know, it seems like a disappointment because we don't know what happened. I thought they were really going to hang out. See, I mean, investments. That's what I was thinking of. Like, it was to make money. That's what I was saying, like some money deal. But it was almost like, not the cat that swallowed the canary. Yeah, I think it's over. Because he's like, I'll see you in Moscow. You wouldn't say that if there was more to go. Nobody wanted Zelensky. Yep. I don't like, and this goes for President Trump's whole second presidency here, I don't like him always having other people there. I just don't like it. Interviews and stuff, it should be him alone. He's the president. So these other people could have screwed shit up. I don't know, like J.D. Vance likes to screw shit up. I don't like there being all these people. So like 3-on-3, 1-on-1 would have been cool. Alright, so I'm going to stop here while Peter Alexander's talking. And I'm going to cut this off. I was hoping for more happy times and more meetings. I thought they would take questions. They didn't. I was thinking of how back in the day you would have, like, Boris Yeltsin, and they say things were different than we thought. But, you know. Yeah, let's listen to Richard real quick. What time is this on this video? 59:45. Yeah, the big thing is the ceasefire. The big thing is the ceasefire. I don't know what that land swap is about. That doesn't make any sense. No, I think it's a deal for something else. Not for the ceasefire. It's a deal like, look, if you can help me get rid of Zelensky, let's be bros. Let's be real partners in everything, but let's help me get rid of this guy. You know, which a lot of people wouldn't want to hear. I'd be all for it. But, like, let's do this. Let's be bros and then get rid of this guy. Then we can, like, milk and honey. Let's share all the crap up in the Arctic. Because he said the Arctic twice. And the Arctic, like I said, was, to me, it seemed like what made our government, because I think Russia was going over there. And they're like, no, you don't. We want that oil. There's also, like, pyramids and shit. It's 2:25. You really woke up, Richard Engel. Yeah, there's got to be some sticking point where Putin's like, yeah, Zelensky, I'm not meeting with that asshole. Because I wouldn't. To me, Zelensky is just, he's like somebody nobody invited to the party and now you can't get rid of him. That's how I feel. Like, he's just, where am I looking? Where's the thing? Oh, over there. Yeah. But, you know, saving thousands of lives every day. He hasn't stopped Bibi from his bullshit if he wanted to save a bunch of lives every day. And I think it all goes together. It's not separate things just because it's different parts of the world. It's the same preamble to World War III. Zelensky's a puppet. There was a guy before. That's what it was. We had a guy that we wanted to be president. Was it him? Like, we did one of those regime changes. Ukrainians are left. I just feel like they must have killed like a whole generation. Like, they must have screwed up the bloodlines forever. Why would they leave the land they conquered? That doesn't make any sense. That just doesn't make sense. Alright, I'm going to cut off. We'll see what they say in the future. I'm going to try to put 3 different videos because I don't want to do any editing together because I don't know how anymore. Not on this because I don't have my old software that was on the PC or the laptop. So I don't know how to do it on the Android. But yeah, so I'll just put my 3 videos I made up somewhere.